Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk about products that I've lied about on this channel. Now, it's not quite what you think. A comment I get from a lot of people who are kind of new to the channel and just exploring my older videos, is that I change my mind about products. In one video, I say I like a product, in the next, I don't. What they never realize though is the date of those videos, and that the videos are usually about a year apart from each other, if not longer. Sometimes I love products that I initially hated, sometimes I start to outgrow products that I initially loved. So today I want to share some of the more surprising products that I've changed my mind about and that I've been accused of lying about, and why I've changed my mind on these products. I'm breaking out so bad. You probably can't see it because I'm in nice natural lighting. Watch my next hits and shits video and you'll find out what product has kind of like just ruined my skin right now. But anyway, let's start with the first product that I've been accused of lying about, and that is the original Cetaphil cleanser. So this product first appeared in one of my budget-friendly skincare routine videos back in 2018. It then reappeared a year and 10 days exactly later in a video called I Hate These Products So Much. Very different videos. So here's what happened. I originally got the Cetaphil cleanser because it is a dermatologist recommended cleanser. I was like, you know what, I'm kind of bored of these fancy cleansers claiming to do different stuff. I just want a basic cleanser that's going to do its job for an affordable price. And often with cleansers, they're a product you can use for a week and you know if it's going to work for you or not. So I actually used this for about a month before I posted it on my channel, and I really liked it. It did its job, it wasn't over drying at the time, and I thought this is great for its price, it does what it has to do. Packaging shit, but you know, it's a good product. Filmed that video. After that video, I used it maybe for another 2 months, and all of the sudden, my skin was drying out. The moment I would cleanse, rinse it off, I can feel that tightness in my skin. I'd hop out the shower and my skin felt rough. I felt a texture to it. It looked like lifeless. It looked void of life and natural oils. My skin felt so dry to the point where I could physically see the pores stretching around my nose. Like if I did that, I could see the pores stretching. So I gave the Cetaphil a break and my skin was absolutely fine after that. I went back to my Crave Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser, which is always my go-to for any skin condition. I then re-picked up the Cetaphil cleanser around October, and again, it just dried me out and I just started to hate this product so much. So within that year, my skin had changed. I was going through a very dehydrated stage towards that end part of the year, and it's just not what my skin needed. My skin needed something a lot more gentler, and not that Cetaphil is completely stripping, but it did feel like it kind of over cleansed my skin for what my skin needed at that time. I kind of went from being just oily, that was my skin type, basically oily, to somewhat dehydrated and oily in parts. So when your skin changes, it's obvious that you kind of need to change up your skincare routine as well to suit what your skin needs. So that's what happened with Cetaphil. I personally don't like it now. I think it's a good budget cleanser if you have the skin for it. So this one I'm actually a little bit embarrassed about. This is Tatcha. Is it Tatcha or Tatcha? With like a hard R. No, that's not how you say it. The DEWY Skin Cream. So this actually popped up on my channel a few weeks back when I was testing expensive skincare and kind of putting my 2 cents in as to whether they were worth the price tag or not. I just want to quickly make a point that my videos don't always pop up in chronological order, so sometimes I film a video and I don't post it for about 3 weeks to even a month. More recently, I've been filming that week and then posting, but the video featuring this moisturizer was filmed about a month before I even posted it. So I've been using the DEWY Skin Cream sample for quite some time, and basically, to cut a very long story short, in that video I said, is it a good moisturizer? Is it worth the price tag? Probably not. And after that, I just kept using the sample. Like, it wasn't doing anything bad for my skin, and it was a nice moisturizer. So I just kept using the sample. I was like, this sample alone was $20, I need to use it up. And I couldn't stop using it. My skin absolutely loved it. It loves this. My skin looked smooth, it looked healthy from the moment I used it, and then 8 hours later, I use this overnight and I wake up with probably the nicest skin that I've seen in a morning. Like, I love my Milk makeup, the Milk Vegan Moisturizer. That's very good. I recommend that to everyone who wants to kind of keep that hydration and moisture in overnight. But there was something about this that just gave my skin like a little extra punch. I'm going to get the ingredients list up because this has just as many great ingredients as it does pointless ingredients, in my opinion. So this has glycerin, which is like my alternative to hyaluronic acid. I love it. Squalane, centella, rice ferment filtrate, rice bran extract, ginseng root extract. I love those so much for my skin. More importantly, my skin loves them. But then you have stuff like gold in here, which we know gold is pointless in a skincare product. And then they have mica, which is odd because I'm going to read from the website. It says that gold is used to add a sheen, one that mica simply can't replicate, but they've put mica in anyway. So what's the reasoning for that? They've got a ton of other extracts in there as well, like plant extracts that, in my opinion, don't really need to be in there. And a fair bit of fragrance as well, which my skin doesn't seem to be bothered by. This is just an example of a product that I don't want to like and didn't want to have to buy more than once. But when your skin is telling you, we're always told to listen to our skin, right? So when your skin is telling you that it likes something, do you ignore it? Maybe for a, what is this, like $68 moisturizer, maybe? But my skin liked this so much, I got the what's it called? The water cream, I don't know what it's called. I got that as well. And now I'm really embarrassed because I've always been like, oh, who needs to pay that much money for a good moisturizer? You don't. You don't need to pay that much money for a good moisturizer. If you know a dupe for this, let me know. But for now, I can't deny my skin what it's asking for. This is one of the main ones, the Ordinary's Hyaluronic Acid Serum. So, as I mentioned, a lot of people kind of join me at a certain time in my YouTube life on my channel. So some people just know my older videos, some people only know my newer videos, so a lot of people missed my journey with hyaluronic acid. I stopped using hyaluronic acid because it was irritating my skin. Please go and watch my why I stopped using hyaluronic acid video. But a lot of people miss that, so they see me raving about how much I love this particular hyaluronic acid serum and hyaluronic acid in general, to me suddenly saying I've stopped using it, I'm trying to avoid it. And they're like, what's wrong with you? Why are you lying about the benefits of hyaluronic acid? So I loved the temporary plump dewy look that hyaluronic acid gives you, and that's really what hyaluronic acid does. It's a temporary plumper. And I would be using hyaluronic acid religiously. I would use it morning, evening. I wanted it in my moisturizers, my toners. And even if I was going to do a lazy routine, I would cleanse, hyaluronic acid, moisturizer, sunscreen. It would be in even my most basic routine. But over some time, my skin was reacting to something. It was looking blotchy, red, inflamed, angry. My pores were looking not big, but kind of upset. I don't know if that makes sense. So I posted about this on Instagram. I was like, has anybody ever had a reaction to hyaluronic acid? I was tagged in dermatologist posts, in cosmetic chemist posts. I was tagged. I've never been tagged so much in my life or DM'd so much in my life by people of a certain profession. And to cut a long story short, they said to me, yes, hyaluronic acid, like any other ingredient, can potentially be irritating, especially when it comes to hyaluronic acid's lower molecular weights. I was overusing it without knowing it. It was in every single product, from my cleansing balm all the way up to my sunscreen. It was in everything. So I cut it out, my redness went down, blotchiness went down, my skin looked less angry, very happy. But now I'm using it again. So this is where people are getting confused. They're like, I thought you didn't like it, but now you like it again. So I'm not avoiding it, but I'm slowly reintroducing it. The next product is another one from The Ordinary, and it's their AZELAIC acid. I think it's 10%. So I couldn't find the video where I initially talk about this, but I hate this product. It's horrible. It feels disgusting on the skin, and I will take any opportunity to tell everybody how much I hated this in my skincare routine. I don't mind silicones in my skincare at all, but this felt like a primer. Like, it felt silky matte on my face, which is, first of all, a texture I don't like. It's not a look I like. I like a glow to my skin. This mattified me. Not only that, it didn't play well with other products. My moisturizer is like, I created a barrier on my skin and my moisturizer was just rolling around my face like a bit of Play-Doh. It didn't play well. I hate it, but I'm using it. So not really lying about this, because basically I got a few comments. People saw it on my vanity when I was doing a Instagram live, and they were like, I thought you didn't like that. Like, why is it with your skincare routine? So AZELAIC acid actually makes a really good spot treatment. It can potentially target the bacteria that causes breakouts and acne, whilst reducing that redness and inflammation. And that's what I absolutely love about it. I will use it, dab on the spot, leave it overnight, and the next day the redness has significantly gone down, the swelling, the irritation gone. And unlike other spot treatments, this doesn't dry you down, which I find is the most important thing about spot treatments, because usually when a spot treatment dries you out, you're going to be left with a dark spot, especially if you're oily, kind of like mixed skin like myself. We're prone to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So Azelaic acid has to be kind of like my more favorite direct spot treatment. I love the Paula's Choice Azelaic acid booster. I will put that all over my face, and I do that, but this one is just not for me unless it's in one small concentrated area. Using oils. So back in 2019, I made a whole video about my favorite oils. That's it, basically. That was the video. Discussing when it's best to use them and what for. And for some reason, that video's picked up a bit of traction nowadays. And people are like, what other oils do you like? And what one of these is your ultimate favorite? And I'm like, I don't actually use them anymore, and I don't like any of them. I actually stopped using oils about a month after this. I don't know why. I just kind of stopped them. I think I ran out of the majority of them, and I didn't buy them. I didn't bother buying them again. They never truly interested me. I just always felt like, as someone who was into skincare and talking about skincare, I had to include an oil in my routine before I kind of knew a bit more about skincare routines. I saw, everyone dripping them on their face and using them as the final step in their routine and all this kind of stuff. And whenever I use them, I'd always feel a bit like after my routine, I'd feel like it just kind of like ruined my routine. And I don't know, they were just never for me. We are, of course, not talking about oil cleansers. That is where I love an oil, in the cleansing stage, the very first step of my routine, but I don't want it anywhere else in my routine. You have so many different oils nowadays, hydrating oils, oils that come in like a moisturizing form, oils with actives in, and they're all fine. If you like them, they're absolutely fine, but I just find that I have other products that I prefer the feel of on my skin that do a better job, if not the same job. And it's got nothing to do with me having oily skin. If you have oily skin, don't be scared of oils. I just never feel the need to use one. Saying that, actually, I'm using a squalane oil at the moment. 100% plant-derived squalane that I absolutely love because it feels like more of a serum stage rather than a moisturizer. You use it before your moisturizer, and it just feels good on the skin. But other than that, I'm just not interested. Like, I think oils are good for like facial massages and that, but I tend to do that at the beginning of my routine when I'm doing that oil cleanse, less with a cleansing balm and more with a cleansing oil. I don't know, there's just something about oils that they don't interest me. It's like eye creams. I'm a bit like they're fine, but I don't. So there we have it. There is me explaining products that a lot of people think I've lied about or accusing me of lying about or having double standards about. Remember, our skin changes, and with our skin changing, so should our products. It's okay to chop and change. You're allowed to fall out of love with products. You're allowed to give a product a chance and actually enjoy it. Let me know. I'd love to know the products that you really, really hated and that you now absolutely love. Or maybe a product that you loved and now you just don't use it anymore. Let me know those in the comments down below. But that is it from me now, guys. I will see you next time.